Welcome to 2023's Top 10 Comic Book Covers. Fans, this is week number 16, sponsored by Mutant Beaver Comics. Find out how you can save 10% off of all your purchases through Mutant Beaver. Guys, I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. Today, guys, we're going to be tackling a week number 16, but before we dive into it, we got to find out who won week 15, and I wound up going to Marvel Voices. This is issue 1, the 1 in 10 Yang Virgin variant. This is a gorgeous cover with Spider-Punk front and center there, all psychedelic, punked out. Great stuff. It moves on to the next round. So let's kick off this week's countdown with number 10, and number 10 wound up going to DC Silent Tales issue 1, main cover, Gustavo Duarte. This is a pretty cool looking cover as you get to see Batman, who's strapped up. He's tied up. He's got dynamite attached to him. And we got Harley, who's got the duct tape in her hand. And of course, you got Joker, who is probably leading the whole thing. You gotta love the facial expressions here. Reminds you of animated stuff. And if this is a silent tale, that just means that there's no words in this comic book. But cool looking cover. If you want to vote for it, make sure you vote in the comment section below. No more than one vote per person. And guys, if you don't like any of the top 10 comic book covers I provide here for you today, you can always write in your own. It could start to trend and overtake the other top 10. Like last week, we almost had Dr. Doom Alex Ross Timeless variant overtake all of them and win, but it did not quite come out on top. Moving forward, we have number 9. We have The Flash, issue 797. We have cover E incentive 1 in 25. Serg Acuna cardstock variant. Hopefully I'm trying to say these names better, but my name should be Mike the Name Slayer. This is a very cool cover with The Flash on there, as you get to see all the other cast of Flash characters, and of course they're divided by the logo, and I thought that was really well done. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like an anime cover, right? So gorgeous cover. If you want to see it win, let's make sure you vote. Coming in at number 8, we have House of Slaughter issue 14, main cover done by Mateos Mahanini? Maybe? Here we get to see, which I think might be the main character. I haven't read this book since like issue 3 or something like that, but he is all beat up, man, and you get to see like what he looks like under the mask or whatnot. I don't even know, man. It just is a gruesome, very detailed cover. Maybe this is the guy that's in charge of the House of Slaughter right now when he was younger. I'm not 100% sure, but again, the detail that went into this, how gory it looks, it just looks absolutely awesome. Coming in at number 7. I kid you not, when I saw this cover and I was flipping through covers, I'm like, whoa, this one is definitely a standout for its horrific tone. This is Horror issue 3, cover B, 1 in 15 incentive Campbell variant. If this is the way the Horror would look in real life, if you came face to face with him, I'd be like, oh my God, like seriously, run away. Look at those creepy teeth, dude. That is just, oh my God. And like those little red eyes and everything, like that's sick. And yeah, that one definitely caught my attention. But you also get to see like a church back there and stuff like that. So there's other details that you can appreciate with this cover. Coming in at number 6, I love Hallows Eve covers, and here we have Hallows Eve issue 2. This is the Ryan Brown variant. I think Ryan Brown does some phenomenal covers. Here we have another one with Hallows Eve on it, and you get to see her holding a skeleton mask. So once she puts on that skeleton mask, like what happens to her, right? Does she become a skeleton with like skeleton powers? I don't know. I love the background with all the masks as well. I love the smirk on her face too, and I love her cloak where we get to see like the little pumpkins that hold it in place. I think that is so cool, and her little bag that holds the mask. So really nice looking cover there. Top 5, here we go. Captain America Unforgiven, this is issue 1. another horror-like variant cover this week. This one is pretty nice as you get to see Captain America there holding the shield, and then we get to see a horrific-like creature in the background. Not sure it's a vampire or whatnot, but still looks pretty badass and very realistic looking. Coming in at number 4, gamers are going to like this one. Street Fighter fans are going to like this one. I like this one because I grew up playing this game, and this is Street Fighter Masters Cammy Issue 1, the Rike arcade variant. You know, when you played as Cammy, right, and she turned her backside to you, you're like, oh, hey, you know, I mean, hey, she looked pretty nice then, right? And here we get to see her leaning against the arcade cabinet, and she is looking thick, man. She is so muscular. She could kick anybody's butt here. Just looks awesome, but I appreciate the nostalgia there with that arcade cabinet in the background. Looks really cool. Something different on the countdown this week. All right, so coming in at number 3, we have another nice looking cover here. We have She-Hulk issue 12, the Jae-Hong Lee variant. This celebrates a milestone issue for She-Hulk, and this one is pretty cool as she is actually stretching before she goes into battle, right? You gotta love like her outfit. It's kind of glistening and whatnot, and I love the tone of her green. It just, I don't know, it makes it more realistic of a skin tone, right? But yeah, overall, a gorgeous cover here. Next, coming in at number 2, we have Warlock Rebirth issue 1, the Skan Sirwan variant A, as this is an homage cover, and this is so detailed. I loved it, but I love when you see Warlock, you know, wearing that infinity gauntlet, and just the jewels or the gems or the stones, whatever you want to call them these days, are just glowing in that gauntlet. You see Collector's first issue. We get to see the old school Marvel logo in the box. You know, the aftermath of Infinity Gauntlet just brings you back to a much simpler time, right? But it's just done in a modern day version. All right, guys, before we hit number 1, I just gotta give a shout out to MutantBeaverComics.com. Mutant Beaver Comics is a global leader in exclusive variants with over 3,000 listings in their store. They ship worldwide on a daily basis and offer top-notch customer service, packaging, a ton of other items in their store like omnibuses, graded books, toys. Go out, check it out, guys. If you use my promo code CORNER10, not only can you save 10% off of your first purchase, but every purchase after that, so don't miss out on the exclusives, MutantBeaverComics.com. Here we go, the number 1 comic book cover of the week, Webheads. This caught my eye the second I saw it. This goes to Superman issue 3, the cover C Francisco Mantina cardstock variant. This is a great cover. It's very classic, reminds you of a simpler time of Superman, maybe like when he was in the movies, or like in the 50s or 60s, where it's just like, I gotta change it to Superman. You were expecting a Superman shirt there, right? No, right? But that's what it's like, and you got the S-Shield, it's like glowing, and he's got that classic hat on. You can probably tell, yeah, I see his glasses still on there. Dude, I love this cover. So awesome. Definitely worthy of the number 1 comic book cover of the week. So guys, there you have it. There are the top 10 covers. So curious to hear your votes in the comment section below. If you love the content, I'm going to give you more content right here. Sometime, I think it's the Worthy Ones videos where I go over my number 1 comics of the week that I read and deemed them worthy or not worthy. So as always, guys, keep buying, keep collecting, but always remember to read those comics. Guys, thank you so much. See you real soon.